Hello and welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Europe Season 5 Match Day 11. We're now well into the thick of things. We just saw DTQ surprisingly beat Momentum in a nail-biter 5-4 victory decided on the tiebreaker Mac Muravanka, where DTQ won on the defensive side. But now moving on to our third match of today, it's going to be a little bit more important. You know, we can see some teams potentially drop out or go forwards. It's going to be WUSA versus Evil Panda Squad.
Yeah, it's a very interesting match in my eyes. I think both teams need a win right now. EPS still has some chances, little chances, but yeah.
Very small, yeah.
Yeah, but they can still do something about it. But looking at the team lineups right now, we've seen amazing play from EPS in some matches from Bananak, for example. From WUSA, yeah, I have to mention Schnitzel, but he's been so bad in the last two matches. Sorry, Schnitzel.
It's true, he's been slipping for sure.
Yeah, but thankfully for him, he has Nipozoni and the other top players to cover his mistakes.
Yeah, you need that backup if you do have a couple of bad matches. So there's our players in this matchup, but what are maps coming up for these?
We'll have Himmelsdorf as first map, and WUSA will defend first, and then we'll go into Prokhorovka, where EPS will defend first. So I think we'll see in the second map from EPS some really.
So I guess Prokhorovka was picked up by EPS.
Yeah, EPS.
I'm surprised that no teams are banning them, because I mean EPS played Prokhorovka like 4 times in a row now in the last 3 or 4 matches. So teams, or maybe it's time to ban them out. I mean, they didn't do too well in the last one, but they still managed to win
they
it.
are not afraid of EPS. That's why they don't ban them, because they are very confident in their play. So why should they ban a map where they are confident in their play?
Fair enough. Yeah, it's true. It's a good point. But I'm just saying, EPS has been great on that map, and it could bite them at some point. But still, Himmelsdorf to start off with. WUSA on the defensive side, I believe, and also they pick their pickup. Now, I think WUSA's been kind of up and down on Himmelsdorf, but they should be able to secure the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think looking at the tanks that they picked, yeah, definitely they should. We see more heavy setup than on our autoloader setup. I personally like to have a little bit even setup, like 350-100s with 3 heavies and probably a tier 6 or 2 tier 7s. But no, WUSA is taking a lot of heavies instead. There are the advantages, the ups and downs for each type of setup, and I think they're going for a standard Himmelsdorf defense, which is not surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, they got double T32, double IS3, double 50-100, KV2, so they got the tier 6 and the 6 tier 8s.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that T32 is going to be put hull down up in the like C2, C3 area in the old abandoned train yard, and then the other one's going to go forward and left towards it in that hull down building.
Definitely, they're going to use it like that. But looking at what the EPS is picking for the first round of attack, we have an M6.
An M6.
M6, yeah.
EPS has done that before, though.
Yeah, and we've also seen the M6 previously.
Utopia?
Yeah, Utopia. That worked almost well for them. Almost.
I think that almost won them it, didn't it?
Yeah, almost. They did a little bit of mistakes there and here, but still, it was a good play with the M6. The first good play, but not the victory. So
true. I mean, that's all that counts. You got to get the wins in at the end of the day. But anyway, first game between Evil Panda Squad and WUSA is underway. Now, this is what's up for stakes, up for grabs. WUSA need to win this match, basically, if they want to get a top 6 round. And, Evil Panda Squad, if they want any chance of going into the season finals, they will also need to pick this one up.
Yes, so I think WUSA really has to win more than EPS. I mean, if they don't win, then they will have a very difficult job in the end, in the next match. Are they still playing in another match? No, this is the last match, right?
This is WUSA's last match. They played all the rest.
So if they don't win now,
yeah, they're not going.
It's over for them, so they have to win.
So the question is, does Evil Panda Squad have what it takes to stop WUSA going to the offline finals, and you know, looking at WUSA's track record, almost beating the likes of School Bus, I have to say they do deserve a place in those finals, but they have to make it count now. This is where it counts. This is where it matters. They have everything to play for. On the defensive side of Himmelsdorf is their first round. Never give up, getting caught out, and honestly, that was a perfect shot. And WUSA just needs to continue that. They need to be perfect to win this matchup.
Yes, definitely. And I was looking at the rankings as well, and doing a little bit of math. I can't say that's...
You can do math?
Yeah, that's very good from my side. But if EPS wins this, it's also the last match. They will not be able to get in the top 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's basically for them to get an easier opponent from Silver Series.
So, exactly, EPS playing for an easier game in Silver Series and WUSA playing for a top 6 spot. And as you said, the last game for them. And it's looking okay for EPS right now. They've received a couple of shells, which is not the greatest thing in the world when you're attacking on Himmelsdorf. You kind of want to go into those situations when you're pushing into the base with full HP. We've seen teams also, you know, losing a few hundred hit points here and there, and it makes a big difference at the kind of middle and the end stage of the game. But WUSA's holding fast. They're expecting the push from the A7 area. FKK Schnitzel and Spoink both waiting there. First shells do connect, and it does land quite nicely onto Lukashiasti.
Yes, and a lot of dings there for on Terror Satan, as you said, and this actually looks very good for WUSA. And looking at the HP advantage that they managed to get, another ding there on Terror Satan. I like how shells fly away from the hole when it dings. And they need to bring and they are doing it. They bring the Eclipse in play right now.
Oh, that was actually a bit late. I don't think WUSA was really expecting that. They were kind of distracted by Yankees and Lukashiasti. Stefan will, of course, dispatch of Clips. I mean, he knows what's going to happen, but he needs to take him down anyway. So what can WUSA do to counter this move from the M6?
They should go all in. At this point, I think Terror Satan can go a little bit backwards and try some HE shells towards Catch Me to do some constant resets, but yeah, there goes the reset. I think Siege was the one. No, Stefan.
Siege, yeah, in the KV2. He just has to hit the hull. It's got like a 5-meter splash radius, so it's. I mean, the M6 is very long, but it's just not very thick.
Yeah, well, now there's no more pressure on them for the moment, and they can't really go around, as we can see the 250-100s waiting for them in D7. And again, Siege tries another shell towards Catch Me, but Terror Satan right now takes a lot of damage. He's very low HP. He's down to, what's that, 349 HP left. Another shell.
And that's, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, but he does find Catch Me, so he kind of saved his team a little bit.
Yeah. And now EPS needs to do something if they want to win this round, as time is the essence right now. 2 minutes left, and the cap is constantly being reset, and never give up. Actually, never gave up and killed Terror Satan in the end.
12.8, he was actually using HE at one point. The thing about HE is it kind of acts as a cone. It hits the tank, and then it finds its way onto the weak spot of the tank, the weakest spot where it hits. So the Copula, for instance, is why a lot of damage went the way of Terror Satan. Now, Evil Panda Squad trying to squirm their way into this game again. At the moment, it's definitely WUSA in the lead, despite the fact that he lost Terror Satan. Thailand has him on the cross, and, well, 62 seconds left on the clock. Theoretically, Evil Panda Squad can still cap.
Yeah, they can still cap, but we're seeing some movement now from WUSA. They were not forced to do this kind of movement, but still they want to. And now, actually, EPS has a chance. Bananek versus Spoink. Bananek only 4 shells left, but Naskosmi also comes in play, and it's 2 versus 1, 2 1500 versus 1. Spoink will manage to get Bananek. Naskosmi didn't manage to get Spoink. He does right now. Vetlion comes from behind, but FKK Schnitzel manages to pick Naskosmi up, and it's pretty much should be a win for WUSA.
An easy win for WUSA right now. It's a 4-2 3-2 pick up for them, and Terra Satan is not a big deal, and you can see Sheesh is continually using HE to reset the cap there. 37 seconds left on the clock means unless another reset does come in, it will be EPS to pick this one up. You can see that reset does secure actually just about, I think, the win for WUSA, but for Thailand wants to make sure he's got full HP in that T32 as he does come around the corner. Does not go for the direct engagement, instead deciding to side scrape as he got a little bit of space between the M6 and the wall, but that's actually a mistake as he doesn't want to push around, and you can see the damage is going back and forwards. Schnitzel finds never give up. That's the Waffenträger falling in favor of WUSA, and Neopozzoni finds Yankee, so a massive favor now for WUSA. FKK Schnitzel has to be careful as he does fall. For Thailand going around, resetting the cap all he can, but the cap's too long. 2 seconds left on the clock for Thailand. Make sure of that, and well, first round going to WUSA, but wasn't all that clear.
Yeah, because Terra Satan was the one that got picked up, and from that point on, the reset towards the cap was pretty difficult. So they have to do the movement around, the counter movement. So in the end, they had EPS had only 2 tanks over there against 3 from WUSA. So 2 versus 3, that doesn't work out very well.
Yeah, WUSA just needs to get 1 reset in, and they managed to get 2 or 3, so it was pretty simple game for them. But they're on the defensive side of Himmelsdorf, so it's not a big deal. But what do you think of the overall tactic for an EPS? Where do you think it went wrong for them?
Well, I think they waited too long. Once WUSA was paying attention only to the cap, they actually committed like 5 tanks towards the cap. The cap, they should have went around with the 5100s and tried to do some damage, like at least split WUSA a little bit, and then try putting some more tanks in the cap and probably gain an advantage there.
Yeah, just putting a little bit more pressure in the cap and winning it via that kind of method. So I agree with you. Yeah, it could have worked.
I'm glad that you agree with me. It would be a problem for me if you didn't. Like,
Well, we'll see. We'll see if your prediction's going to go right.
I didn't make one yet. So.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. What do you think? I'm going to go for 5-3 to WUSA.
5-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Okay.
5-3, 5-2, WUSA 2, 5-4.
Yeah. Well, I think WUSA win.
Well, they have to win.
But not. I hope not 5-4. But still, I would say again, as you 5-3, 5-4 as well. 5-3, 5-2.
5-3, 5-2.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet. So yeah, 5-3, 5-2 is our predictions for this matchup, and of course head over to facebook.com/WGLU to participate in the poll who will win between Evil Panda Squad and WUSA. Just submit your choice there, and Melly will also be there to look after you, and hit like on that page as well. But we're ready to get into our second round. WUSA again defending, and Evil Panda Squad on the attack again. They came pretty close the first time. I think they need a couple more factors. As you said, they need to be a little bit more quick there and put a little bit more pressure on the cap. But can they do it better the second time round? Let's head into game and find out. Lineup for you, pretty solid?
Well, we have basically the same lineup from EPS, and yeah, the same lineup from WUSA as well. Nothing changed, and it all goes to how each team performs with this kind of setup. And we are already seeing EPS going towards the auto cap this time. They're committing a little bit in the start to base number 1. And if they are going to do it like Utopia did it, then who knows? Maybe they win.
Yeah, they just need to get those elements correct, and they will do. I'm surprised that WUSA didn't actually catch Atnos Cosme there in the 5100 right in front of you. But so if they do it like Utopia, they need to get Eclipse past Yankees and through those houses you see in your left next to that white circle, the cap. They'll have to find themselves past Neopozzoni, but to be honest, WUSA's not really there. They're still focusing most of their tanks up in towards the cap, so that could be a problem if Evil Panda Squad do make the move soon.
Yeah, and at this point, WUSA just needs to stick with their positions. They have, I think it's that line there with that T32 in the in C2, which is a very good position. If you put some binoculars on, you can really easily spot the cap, and he has it covered. But as you can already see, two tanks behind the train station over there for WUSA. It's an IS-3 and a 5100, so the IS-3 will probably go on the one line when
Meritorious style.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll go on the one line. It's a very good position for the IS-3 on the one line. He has a little bit of cover and can easily decap if needed. But looking at EPS right now, they're going with the M6 in the cap zone.
Yeah, going into that zone now, but the thing is, Evil Panda Squad are not really going forward too much, so I'm not sure if Eclipse is going to get this one right. He seems to be in a good position. I'm just wondering who's going to go behind him. Would it be the Waffentrag? I doubt it. Probably going to be an IS-3 for that side-scraping ability. So Catch Me is going to be taking that one up, but still, Eclipse survives. I mean, clearly don't want to expend too many shells on him, saving a few extra credits.
Catch Me, exactly. He's the one that's staying all the time behind the M6. He's responsible to dodge all those shells. But now Siege is not anymore in a good position to deal with him, to get those HE shells towards him.
So what will WUSA do to counter this one? If they're like GG well played, they'll push forwards along this line with all their tanks and surround them. But look at this push out from Evil Panda Squad. They don't want to let WUSA go forwards. They're going to get Bananic and Nuscosmi in those 5100s waiting up the right line, but never give up going down. That's a huge blow. That's a Waffentrag out of this game, and Nuscosmi also gets caught on the cross.
Yes, and they receive a lot of damage. WUSA receives a lot of damage. Terror Satan was tracked for 1 second, and now they fall back. It's not the way you want to go right now, seeing 25100s and YS3, but Yankees on the other side of the screen against Siege. Siege, what a shot towards the IS-3. Awkward pick from him.
Yeah, he didn't actually go for the 5100. I thought he'd go for Nuscosmi or Bananic. Maybe just couldn't find it. Maybe he was shooting towards them, but just missed it. That KV2, a notoriously inactive gun. The reset has come out. Never give up. Who was supporting Catch Me in the IS-3, who's at the moment capping, is down. So Stefan has found a way on to Catch Me and resets.
Yeah, so now WUSA has a really good position. EPS needs to kill Stefan if they want to continue with capping this base. If not, if they will not kill Stefan, Catch Me will probably die.
Yeah, Catch Me is on his last legs. Yankees going forwards, trying to save his team. You can see the IS-3 and the 5100 of Lucas Shiasti pushing forwards. Lucas Shiasti kind of on his own. I think he'll be able to take down Terrastan as it 1 versus 1 through the houses. And Nuscosmi will surely make sure of that. Vitalan finding Catch Me, so that's the IS-3 that was capping, goes down. FKK Schnitzel also onto Nuscosmi. And Lucas Shiasti just wants to go for FKK. He wants to get the save kill, and he does. Takes him down, finds him. And the damage is going the way of Evil Panda Squad, but WUSA are in such a good position they can just do whatever they want. Stefan finds a shell onto the back of Bananic, no problem at all. Yankee still trying to do as much as he can. Near Pizzorni finds a shell from him. Spoink in the background's on reload and that AMX 5100, but 2 versus 5, WUSA should clean up.
Yeah, only Yankees and Lucas, yes. Lucas left. I don't know how you guys handle with these names. It's very difficult.
I told you it's difficult.
Yeah.
You came into my office once saying you guys get the names wrong. I'm just going to remind you of that one. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. But going back to the game, I think EPS had a miscoordination right here actually with Lucas and Nuscosmi, because Lucas didn't aim anymore at the T32, and I was thinking that Nuscosmi will actually go for it, but it didn't happen, and 2 tanks versus 1, and the battle was not won.
But we've seen that issue happen time and time again. We've seen tanks push around onto that T32 that's usually held down there, and that T32 surviving for so long because teams know that they have to keep the pressure on those tanks near the railroad busy, and they need to take out that one, but they never quite get the balance right.
Yeah, it's very hard as an attacker on Himazor, because you need a very good coordination, and if you miss only one small thing, then it's game over. You can easily fail when you do that action. So
Yeah.
I think this is what happened here with Naskosmi and Lukas.
But I think it was game over when Never Give Up fell in that Waffentreier because it allowed Stefan to go up the one line and get shots into the back and catch me.
Yeah, and that was a very good position from Stefan. That was
he
very
did
easy.
2.5k damage that round.
Wow.
It's
Amazing.
the first time I've actually seen Stefan get the top damage deals in a match. So great play by him.
Amazing. Well, we see now WUSA having 2-0 and looking at the damage, as you said, Stefan, 2.5k, 2 kills as well. But Yankees was also with a very decent damage, 2.1k. So Daya is free.
But you can see the M6, 0 damage, not a big deal, but
Yeah.
Never Give Up, 0 damage. Big deal.
The Waffle Tiger, yeah.
The Waffle Tiger, indeed. So that's the first half over on Himmelsdorf at least, and an expected result. WUSA quite convincingly picking up both defensive rounds. But before we head over onto the attacking side, we need to check in with Melly. She is handling your stuff in social media world, on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Facebook. How is everything going out there?
Well, pretty clear in favor for Team WUSA, actually. 74%. So I haven't had a proper look on the votes and numbers. But if I just quickly scroll through, well, people are expecting something very close. I see a lot of 5-3, 5-4 endings, so this could be a 3-mapper.
Could be a 3-mapper indeed. That'd be the second 3-mapper of tonight. Maybe we can beat yesterday's record of 2 5-4s. It'll be an interesting one.
Why?
let's have all the games now 5-4.
I hear the pros also saying no. Please don't. Please don't. Teams, be better.
Everyone likes 5-4.
Play better.
Yeah.
I mean, they're exciting. They're awesome to watch.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't. To be fair, WUSA can't 5-4. They need to win. They need to get the 3 points. So
exactly. Could you please explain that model? A lot of people in Twitch chat were asking how Virtus Pro manages to win all their matches, but only have 28 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I think Virtus Pro, they had 2 5-4s. One was against GG Well Played, one was against TCM Gaming. So that gets you 2 points, basically. So for a win, you get 3 points. For a win in the tiebreaker map, when it's 4-all, it's 2 points, and you get 1 point for a loss in tiebreaker. That's why Virtus Pro technically have won every match, but they haven't got 30 points.
Okay, thank you. So this should help you guys. Another quick question, not regarding the league. Do you know how long the personal missions are running?
No idea.
No, I think 6 months or so. Thank God, because I have enough time to get...
Same, I would not have enough time to get a single... I think I'm like maybe 2/3 of the way through my stock, but the thing is, I'm such a loner, I just don't have anyone to platoon with, so I can't...
Aww.
I can't get
Why
that
don't
one.
you ask?
Yeah, ask the kills or...
Oh, wait.
That's not going to help the
The
situation.
prince is mad at you. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, damn. I don't know what I'm going to do about that one. But I know, I need to find some people to play with. It's one of the things. It can't be in a big clan. It's
oh, I have an
gutting.
update from Ding, if you're interested.
Go. Shoot.
After losing 2-1, we managed to pick 5 in a row and win 5-2.
Cool. So they have secured themselves that top spot against Strong Simeo right now, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, they should.
So 2-1.
So yeah, only 2 matches left from them.
Yeah.
So
let's see. The race is on in Silver Series. It's getting more interesting as we go through. But back to Gold Series and back to who will win between WUSA and Evil Panda Squad. Heading into our third round now. At the moment, it's 2-0 to WUSA. Evil Panda Squad failing to break the defensive lines of WUSA twice in a row. But will WUSA manage to break Evil Panda Squad? Now they're the defenders.
Yeah, well, if WUSA gets 1 round here, it's enough for them, theoretically. But also a 2-2 score, it's not that bad, because they're going into Prokhorovka. We've seen WUSA playing pretty decent on Prokhorovka, also EPS playing pretty decent with their cheesy tactics, as you call them. But I personally like those tactics. Yeah. Because it's very interesting.
Sisha's in a bit of trouble here. He's got to not peek. He found Never Give Up, but he didn't realize he was a little bit slow to that one. And Never Give Up could have potentially one-shot Sisha. I mean, the gun does 490 plus 25%. About 600 damage there, so needs to be careful.
Yeah, well, what are we seeing right now from EPS is pretty weird. Oh, what a bounce there towards Stefan.
Oh, lucky Stefan there. I'm not sure if Never Give Up's using a 12.8. I mean, what would you go for while we got a little bit of time as WUSA gets into position? The 12.8 or the 15 centimeter?
The
Waffle Tiger.
I think I would definitely go with the derp gun, as I like it, as I like to say.
I mean, it's not even. Yeah, it's 750 damage. It's pretty insane. Ooh, a little bit damage heads towards WUSA. That's because they tried to get a position. I think that was. Didn't actually do anything though. Didn't connect. So WUSA gets away with that one now. How do you think their setup's going so far?
Well, looking at EPS right now, they're quite in a risky position on the 5 line over there.
Stefan's gonna go around though.
And get some damage, but that roll from him toward Lucas.
He's dead.
He is definitely going to die. Yeah. Oh, nice coordination there from Evil Panda Squad. He was all by himself. It actually worked as a surprise for Stefan, as WASD tried to against the GGL Blade.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Didn't work.
Didn't work out for WSD Gaming there, but it worked out against WUSA. Stefan on his own, and often when you're on your own and World of Tanks, a team game, you do find yourself taken down rather quickly. Didn't even get a second shell in the IS3, 11 seconds. Just not enough time. The MX-61 was just ruining him. And it's Cosme versus Siege, and well, Siege is definitely not going to win this one, as Cosme has got that auto-loading gun, and Siege not in a good position to run away, and the ram comes out. It's going to be the end of days for Siege. Cosme with a pretty easy pickup.
And two tanks down for WUSA already, and seems like the Rheinmetall Borsig should be the next target for Cosme, but Vetlion is going slowly on the hill. It might surprise him.
You know, he's going to get spotted though.
No,
he doesn't. Just about doesn't get spotted. Incredible.
But look at the rest of WUSA. What is WUSA doing right now?
They're caught by surprise. I don't think they know what to do.
Yeah, I would love to hear if it wasn't German only Melly can translate or know what they are saying. And
Scheißgrau. That's probably what they're saying.
Yeah, I only know Schmetterling, so.
the best word in German for sure. But it's Cosme heading around. Oh, he might be surprised by FKK Schnitzel. There won't be a shot for FKK Schnitzel, and FKK even has his back of his T32, but not a good thing for Cosme to try his luck.
Oh, and Cosme is definitely going to die. I don't know what was in his mind, going on such a low path.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Yeah, the distance between the buildings was so tiny that a light tank doesn't really belong in that area at all.
He thought he would be a boss and set FKK Schnitzel alight. FKK doing a good job though. But he gets caught on the cross. He gets actually perma-tracked. I think this might be end of days for FKK Schnitzel as well. Lucas Yasti picking up his second frag of this game. Incredible play by the team captain from Evil Panda Squad. And we said Cosme made a mistake, but surely it was made up by the rest of his team there.
Yeah, and this tactic on the 5 line worked really good for EPS. I'm really surprised. But now WUSA needs to react somehow. It's 4 versus 6, and looking at the HP, it's not really good for them right now. And never give up with a great position over there. Almost cool down, 787 damage towards the Plunket. That's amazing. Amazing.
That's what that tank's for. It's a beast. It's an absolute beauty to play. If you haven't got it, definitely get in your garage. This is the last push from WUSA as they head forwards. Bananic's going to be the target, but look how much damage went to Spoink's way straight away. The Plunket trying to make up for it, but it's just not enough. Lucas Shiasti finds Spoink. Vitailen and Nia Pizzoni are late for the party, but Vitailen, when he arrives, is an absolute beast. Takes down at least one. That's Lucas Shiasti going to fall, but I just don't see how WUSA can win this situation. Catch Me catches Vitailen in the front. And, well, 2 versus 4. It's going all the way for Evil Panda Squad.
Yeah, and I honestly didn't understand that move over there, but Nepazomi is the last one. Yankees is coming out of reload very soon, and will...
He's just toying with him.
Oh, that's so mean. Why? Oh, never give up. Oh, he wanted never give up.
He wanted the damage for never give up, I guess.
Yeah, never give up for MVP then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was one of the MVPs already, but still doesn't quite manage to. Wow, no, it's one was 2,692 done by Bananic and 2,662 done by Never
so
Give
close.
Up. So Bananic still takes the crown despite that last kill. But I feel kind of sorry for WUSA because it almost felt like they were defeated before they even started.
Well, I honestly had this feeling when they went with those 4 tanks against the trap that EPS had prepared for them at the end. So I was thinking in that moment, WUSA is thinking, okay, let's go back to garage and try the next round.
Yeah.
Because this didn't work out very well for us, and try something different. I had that feeling in that moment, but EPS just surprised them. It was a surprise for me as well to see the 5-line tactic working so well.
Yeah, it worked just because Stefan was left on his own. Clearly, he was wanting to kind of explore his way up that 5-line, and he got caught by surprise. And that's the kind of mistakes I think a team like WUSA shouldn't be making, and maybe some important game blues are hitting them right now. Let's hope they can keep their motivation going. So, looking at that tactic from WUSA, what do they need to change to be able to beat that Evil Planet Squad 5-line?
They definitely must be more aggressive, and that's the thing they lacked, and also the early drop downs from Stefan and Siege, I think, with the T-37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siege died via Noscosme. I mean, T-37 versus M41.
Yeah, well, they lost too much time.
Didn't really matter in that previous matchup when Outrun managed to take down Mr. Chef, but in this one at least.
There's also a difference between players.
True.
But there was also a different situation, so we can't put it all on the players' back.
True.
So let's hope that in the 4th round we'll see the same. We'll see a better game from both teams.
I hope so as well. So teams are almost ready to get underway. Still got the same kind of lineups. T29 Bulldog played by Noscosme Polsved, and of course a Waffentrager from Never Give Up. And Vitalen still in that Waffentrager did a okay job, and he got a couple of shots out, and he won that connected in that last round. I hope he does step it up. And I think WUSA will be thinking to themselves right now, let's try something unusual. Let's try something new. Let's just completely throw everything up in the air, and let's try and hit gold, because they have nothing to lose. If they go for the standard tactics, they could have the same thing happen to them again, where Evil Panda Squad surprises them. That's not what they want to happen.
I'm a skeptical man. I have to admit this. And when
skeptical,
yeah. It's skeptical.
Yeah,
okay, skeptical. And when I hear you talking about WUSA going aggressive and changing stuff, I'm thinking, we're talking about WUSA here.
True.
So I want to believe that what you're saying.
But it's what they need to do.
To do that.
It's what they need to do.
Definitely. But we're talking about WUSA, and I think they already have the second tactic prepared for the second round.
Yeah, they've got the tactic nailed down. They've got hundreds of hours in the training room just for what's going to happen now. You guys are going to be treated to whatever WUSA has in store. So let's get into that 4th round and the last round on Himmelsdorf. WUSA still leading 2-1, but they still have to attack for the second time. First time, as you saw, didn't go too well for them. Lineups stick to very much the same. Siege has to do a better job in that T-37. I want Vitalen to step up in that Waffentrager as well. But the same start from EPS.
Yes, and you were right, but I'm not sure if this is something different from WUSA or just, but Noscosme there receives a lot of damage.
6 shells.
A lot of damage. That was very good play from WUSA. They were actually expecting this from EPS, and it's good to see they're giving a lot of damage. And also the IS-3 from the hill shooting Catch Me on the move.
I think he shot him through a building. Catch Me to the right, actually. I thought he was to the left of that building, but he's not. So, I mean, WUSA straight away with about 800, 900 damage advantage. Great start for them. They can't really ask for more. I mean, it's still Evil Panda Squad's game to lose, but getting that HP benefit at the start of an attacking round in Himmelsdorf is perfect.
Yeah, now they just have to take advantage of this damage dealt in the beginning. But look at EPS with those 5100 up north in B8. And Siege spotting Never Give Up. That's also important. They get a lot of information right now. I'm not sure they know about those two 5100s, but using this information where Catch Me is, and also where the Rhine Metal Bursting is, they can easily figure out where the whole of EPS is standing right now.
From then was that the Bulldog the Waffentrager even got spotted there by Catch Me in the IS-3. But the funny thing was that EPS were going to head up the hill, then Siege was spotted in the T-37, and they just hot-tailed it out of there again. But honestly, if they cross now, this could be an engagement we never thought would happen between these two. It could go very well for WUSA. Oh, no, they didn't quite get it. And this is an awkward situation. I've ever seen it before. WUSA has the option just to charge straight across, but the thing is they've got two IS-3s and a 5100, so they're going to take a lot of damage for their trouble. But you got the 5100 on hill for WUSA, so right now they've got Bananik and Catch Me, Bananik and Lucas Yasti in the perfect situation, but Siege falls like a rotten fruit in that T-37 and goes down very easily. You'll see EPS tried to react to this by heading around the back of WUSA, but WUSA got them in the perfect situation, and Polsved falls. Banatic and Lucas Yasti do try and get onto Vitalen, who's playing that Waffentrager. He's going to fall very quickly, but look how much damage they've taken for their trouble. Banatic will fall surely as Point goes forward. He will go down, but he's providing a little bit of cover for the rest of his team. And to be honest, Lucas Yasti is just annihilated by the firing squad of WUSA, and Bananik will surely follow via near Pizzoni.
Oh, and look at Never Give Up, Catch Me, and the rest of EPS coming closer towards WUSA. This is not over yet. They are still in the game. Both teams are still in the game, and it's pretty hard to predict right now who's going to win. Of course, WUSA has the advantage right now on HP, but
I don't know about their positioning. They're getting cornered in the middle right now.
I don't understand what the M41 is doing right now. It's very far away.
Oh, Catch Me has to be careful, but the thing is, they're two IS-3s, so they don't have the autoloader, so surely Depunkit will go down via Lucas, by Yankees, but Stefan finds Never Give Up, coming off reload near Pazon in the IS-3, trying to do as much as he can for his team, but look at the damage of that Waffentrager. Yankees find Stefan, and it's 2 versus 3, but the 3 tanks of EPS are stuck between FKK Schnitzel and near Pizzoni.
It's a perfect flanking position, maneuver, whatever, but still, if you don't have enough HP, you can easily die even in those perfect positions. Nipazoni and FKK Schnitzel, the only ones left. 3 versus 2 right now. And the Yankees are Never Give Up coming for Nipazoni.
Oh, and Nipazoni fluts that shot as well, so surely Never Give Up will dispatch of him quite easily, and FKK Schnitzel has done such a great job even finding Catch Me in that IS-3 at the end, but is on reload trying to keep the rest of Evil Panda Squad at bay. And look at that, Never Give Up 314 damage, Yankees 243 hit points. If Near Pizzoni had hit that last shell, FKK could have still made this round happen somehow.
And Never Give Up comes around the corner in a matter of seconds right now to pick up FKK Schnitzel, and it's basically game over for WUSA. EPS manages to get this.
EPS takes it to 2 apiece. What a game, very close. A lot of interesting decisions made by WUSA, but what do you think gave Evil Panda Squad the victory?
I think it was a dynamic game, and WUSA had only 1 tank on the hill. If you take aside Siege.
Yeah.
So they didn't manage to kill those 5100s properly, and their attention got distracted when the other 5100, there was another 5100 I think, and the heavy tanks coming around the corner from behind shooting them, and at that point they were in the crossfire. So yeah.
Here's the thing, right? This is what I've noticed about Evil Panda Squad. They're clearly a very well-coordinated team, and that's why they won that. I mean, it was coordination from them. They won via coordination. They're not the most tactically clever team in the world, but once they kind of caught WUSA by surprise, their coordination won them the game, and WUSA just didn't have that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that got them the win after all, right?
3,000 damage done by Yankees, 2,600 done by FKK Schnitzel. Impressive round from both teams, but that's the first half over of this round, or just under half, where we go to a tiebreaker, and the final scoreline there is 2 apiece. Both teams winning on the defensive side, both losing on the attacking side. I can tell you right now, the next map is going to be Prokhorovka, and I believe that's going to be EPS on the defense first, and WUSA on the attack.
Yep, EPS will be on the defense right now. And after Himmelsdorf 2-2, it's a normal thing to see.
Very normal.
After an even score. So now Prokhorovka, I think it's the decisive.
Yeah, it's going to be all about Prokhorovka. Does WUSA go to those Season 5 finals? That's the question you guys should be asking. And the person you should be asking that question to is, of course, Melly, our social media guru.
Absolutely. So head over to Twitter and tweet us the answer to that very question by using the hashtag WGLEU. And I must say, I'm a bit confused because I looked at the voting and it's 65% in WUSA's favor, which is surprising, since if EPS was in that voting, it was always in favor to EPS, since the huge fan base EPS has as one of the community favorites, because they're fluffy pandas. And you never say no to a panda. We learned that one. And no, it's interesting to see that, well, WUSA is for sure not a new team, but still building up that community, building up the favorite role. It's nice to see even the teams, the communities develop throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, WUSA's just getting better and better, and clearly they're, interacting with everyone and getting a lot of friends. The big World of Tanks community, so EPS should be scared. And
they're doing well, of course. And yes, let's see how it goes. The vote shrinks, the number. They were much more in favor. They were much more favored than now. So let's see how it goes. You still have a few minutes to vote, so head over to facebook.com/WGLEU. You know the drill. Vote for a team, predict the score, send off your vote, and hope that you're one of the first 5 to guess the prediction right. And if you do so, you can win a bonus code containing 500 gold and 7 days of premium. Well, if you've seen this, the vote is still open, so do it. Okay, and before heading into the second map, we have another short video for you. Have fun with another 8-bit tale. And if you ever wondered how the Sixth Sense is working, yeah, that's how it goes. There's actually one. How do you say Hellseher in English? Someone, fortune teller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have no idea what Hazer means.
I have no idea.
I mean, you're half German. You should know that.
Hazer. I don't even know what
Hellseher.
I didn't even know what fortune teller is in English, to be honest, really.
Melzi knows more English than Ollie.
True.
Amazing. No. Sixth Sense, but how does the Sixth Sense work actually?
It's when you're spotted. It basically pops up after 3 seconds of being spotted, letting you know you've been spotted. It's very simple. It's an essential mechanic. Yeah.
But that's
I'm just
nothing from the real life, is it?
No, I mean, we're constantly spotted in real life. That's the problem. If we weren't, you could just like walk around as ninjas. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, boy.
Yes. Thank you, Ollie.
I'm just explaining how Sixth Sense works. I mean, I don't know, everyone's looking at me.
He's doing a marvelous job.
I like the light bulb.
It's cute. You can actually change it to whatever you want. So you can have like big EPS logo if you want, big WUSA logo.
Cool.
All his face.
I don't know about that. Just throw up every time you get spotted.
You said it, man.
Well, make sure that you notice it, right?
True. True.
So people, if you have any more questions that are not as stupid as mine, just head over to Twitter and tweet us. Use the hashtag WGLEU to make sure that we can see your tweet. That's very important because we don't have 6 cents, so we can't see untagged tweets.
I see
So
what
if you're questioning.
see what we did there, but yeah, I mean, I have to see who's going to get the win here because WUSA and Evil Panda Squad are ready to get underway into our second map, 2-all at the moment. How do you think this one's going to go down?
I'm just looking at the setups, and I think it's insane what WUSA is doing right now. Am I seeing this right? 5 ice freeze
5 out of 3 is on Prokhorovka. You saw it here first, guys.
and TM41 Bulldogs. Wow. Wow. What are they planning?
It's looking like desperate times for WUSA. They wouldn't be using such a setup if it wasn't. Evil Panda Squad have set out the firing lines though, and they are shooting and doing not too much damage because of the heat ammo is just not effective at the side of the IS-3s. Roofy's going down very low. Does fall via Bananic. So first frag going the way of Evil Panda Squad.
Yeah, 1 tier rate in minus right now for WUSA, but they are going for that that base right now for that cap, and if they cover all the entries, they will have the advantage because they have heavy tanks and not light tanks.
Do you see how many shells the Evil Panda Squad had to make to even do a little bit of damage
Yeah.
to WUSA then?
Yeah, exactly my point. So it'll be very difficult for Evil Panda Squad, but looking at their push in J6, J7 right now, this might work out if
They all just got
they get a
spotted
hill.
though.
Yeah, but there's not enough pressure from WUSA from the hill, so if they get up that hill, it will be very easy for them to decap or to kill those IS-3s.
Yeah, it's not really that much pressure, not really that much options WUSA had. They couldn't really put anything else on the hill. I mean, Bulldog could have gone up there, but they also need to keep the northern area safe because of the speed of EPS in those 251s. So it's looking dangerous, and this is why I question WUSA's map decision to actually take this one, to not ban it out. Vitalian gets spotted on the cross, but didn't quite have the angles to make that shot. And well, you can see the red dots of EPS are starting to surround, but Siege with a nice pick up and to never give up. That's the power of the IS-3.
Yeah, well, now it's even right now, but in terms of HP, it's also looking a lot even.
Look how good they are at sniping though. Polsved, Bananic both get punished immediately, and look at that, Nias Bazzoni with a brilliant kill onto Catch Me there, but it does go back and forwards as Vitalian also fell, but it's only a Bulldog. Siege is trying to do some good damage against Lucas Shiasti. He's in a Bulldog, he's got to rotate around the map, try and find different angles, but honestly, it's going very well for WUSA.
That's a very good word. I would describe the same. And I don't see what EPS can do right now. It's very hard to compete against those heavy tanks. But the Plunkett is very low HP. Might be the next target of Yankees. No, it was Schnitzel. Didn't connect any shell. But someone else did. 200 damage over there. Plunkett very low HP right now. Only one more shell left to kill the Plunkett and Catch Me.
Catch Me finds it, but I think WUSA's getting themselves sorted. FKK Schnitzel, though, on fire. That's not good. They do have full firefighting crew, so it's just about okay. Nia Pozzoni onto Catch Me, though. Coming back is WUSA into this game. 4 versus 4, but look at the HP in the top right and left-hand sides of your screens. You can see Evil Panda Squad has about a 3 times deficit, and make that a little bit more as Siege gets Lucas Shiasti. 2 tanks left, 3 tanks left even for WUSA. Polsved, Eclipse, and Yankee. Stefan surging forwards. He's still got about 66% of HP, and the BL9, just such a beast, finds Yankees for 373.
3 tanks low HP against the IS-3s. That rhymes.
Indeed it does.
And it's pretty much game over for EPS. That didn't work out as they wanted to. WUSA is taking them down tank by tank, and there he goes. It's a win for WUSA.
Yeah, easy win there. Well, not particularly easy, but in that kind of other half of that match, it certainly went their way. Thought it wouldn't be so so one-sided for WUSA when they actually lost Roofy in the IS-3 at the beginning, but the thing is, after that move, that initial move was the only real move EPS could make.
Yeah, definitely, because if they had waited for them to come in defensive positions, then that it would have failed as well. The thing is, it's a little bit similar what I see here from WUSA and what we saw from Utopia trying again on steps.
We also tried this similar tactic on steps as well with the
And we see it
against
again
the
on
Kazna crew.
Prokhorovka.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
they're just catching these teams out right now.
Yeah, it's a very interesting tactic with going with 5 IS3s towards the cap and on steps and also on Prokhorovka. And it works.
It works.
Amazing.
It works. It works really well, and it's a testament to these guys' skills that they're actually hitting those shells. I mean, you guys have got the IS3 in the garage. I'm sure it's not an
I
exact.
have it.
It's not exactly an accurate tank. I think about 0.38, 0.40 accuracy.
Yep.
It's got a big shell, so a long shell travel time. But Stefan with 2.5k HP again, stepping up for his team. Only slightly below him is near Pizzoni in 2.2k. And if we have a look at the 251, I mean, like 16 shells, 12 hits, only 6 penetrations. That's the problem with Heat.
Yeah, I don't think the RU is a very good tank to snipe the IS3 from the front. So we
It's actually
saw
I think
Catch Me.
it's a lot worse from the side than the front.
Really?
Because the IS3 is, I mean, it's not got very good frontal armor, but the side of the IS3, you've got the tracks to contest with, which Heat can't deal
Okay,
with.
yeah.
And then you've got the spaced armor on the side of the IS3
True,
as well, which
true, yeah.
which Heat struggles against.
Yeah, but normally with light tanks, you would want them to snipe from behind and
Yeah.
not from the front. So
Yeah.
that's what happened right here. If I saw it correctly, the RU, the 251s tried to snipe from the front instead of trying to flank all the time the IS3s,
True.
and it didn't work as they wanted to.
Yeah, you should try and get behind. But impressive attacking round 1 by WUSA. It's not the most unusual thing on Prokhorovka, but we don't see it that much. So 3-2 scoreline is good for them. I mean, just looking in chat, you can see how WUSA is very serious about this. They're taking this extremely seriously. This is everything for them right now. They've gone back to basic, though, for this one. So they'll have to contend with EPS at their full force.
Yeah, well, it's looking good for them as Prokhorovka. It's far easier to defend, and now they only have to. They will surely have to change their tactic because it won't work twice.
Yeah.
And just work around, play with the defenders, because the defenders don't know on which base you come.
Yeah, just looking at the lineup, we got 4 251s, a T69 and a Pershing, and a 5916 from WUSA. Of course, EPS going for their standard AMX 3090, 5 251s, and a 59 and a T37 even. So nothing surprising from EPS. WUSA gone with a T69, also a Pershing. Why do you think that is?
Well, they're gonna play on the middle definitely, but either on the middle or near the rear roll, because those are the only positions where I would go with the T69 and the Pershing as well. And with the rest of the light tanks, just play freely, go on the sides, get the information, try to get some damage done, and that's basically what you have to do. But what's happening with EPS over there?
EPS are trying something unusual. I thought they would just go straight across the middle, and to be honest,
Yeah.
I think that would work. Spoink De Blanket clearly having a little bit of miscommunication, but Eclipse going straight across. What the hell did he just do?
He tried the initial spot, as the T37 usually does, but
But he was
didn't
like
work
he was a
out.
good 10 to 10 seconds late.
Yeah, bad spawn probably.
Yeah, exactly.
So now EPS is going on the hill, disallows WUSA to go on the other cap, which is definitely the thing they have to do right now, and just set up their defense towards all the access points. You definitely have to put some more tanks on the middle in order to keep control of the map. So yeah, it's pretty weird what EPS is doing
I
right
have
now.
no clue what EPS is doing right now.
I would really love to see how.
Maybe they expected WUSA to actually go for the right side again, and then he could shoot them from the hill. But honestly, if WUSA just sits in that northern cap, it's going to fluster EPS so much that there's no way they can actually come back from this. So Cease just heading forwards, and now WUSA's got the information. Now they know they're on the right side. But what do you think EPS is going to do to try and come back into this game in terms of the positional play?
Yeah, they first need the information, and this is something they don't have right now. And they are very far away from the action. If you ask me, with at least 3 tanks, they should do what they did. I don't know against who. They did 3 tanks versus 4. 3 tanks versus 4, and 3 tanks on one side and 4 tanks. I'm talking rubbish right now. But now that they don't have Eclipse anymore, it will be very hard to split their power. They're actually going on the K line, trying to come from behind. I'm not sure they have that much time right now to do this. But WUSA has very good positions. They were playing this very carefully. Very carefully.
Niapazoni in such a fantastic position there. He's playing, of course, the Pershing. It's an absolute beast, an all-rounder, but a great hull-down tank as well. And, well, that Mantlet is really going to bounce those heat ammos, but I don't think he's expecting to be surrounded from the side. So unless he goes over now, he could find himself in a spot of bother.
Yeah, and Lukash is the first that is going forward. Then Bananek and Niapazoni is very low HP right now, 739 damage received. Catch me, and Bananek do a teamwork over there and gets Niapazoni down.
Ooh, that's not good at all. Niapazoni should have probably held his ground, was looking in the wrong direction, was trying to snipe out Yankees, but that wasn't good play. But WUSA are now surrounding EPS, and they are going to get themselves into good position. They still have that T69. It's going to poke over, still got 4 shells. Look how much damage are heading the way of EPS right now. Catch Me is going to fall any second now. Just about heads over, but still Stefan finds him. Lucas Shiasti does find Stefan in reply, but EPS are being overmatched in the middle. Never Give Up trying to get in there to try and do some damage of his own, but WUSA are certainly in the driving seat.
And how is Lucas still alive? This is the question. How did he survive that push? And now 3 on 4, and it's not really looking good for WUSA right now.
Alright, so looking okay as long as they can try and take down Never Give Up. But yeah, as soon as that tank just fell, Never Give Up also securing the second one. As you said, not looking good for WUSA. Spoink trying to do all he can against Never Give Up. Might even find him as Niapazoni is still on reload. Depends if he can hit the shell. Yes, he will, as Never Give Up offers his side to him. But still, Evil Panda Squad just about win that round.
Great round from Evil Panda Squad. They actually managed to get WUSA out of their defensive lines. Amazing. Amazing.
I think they lost it on Niapazoni in the middle then, and the Pershing going down.
Yeah.
Looking towards the Yankees, big mistake.
They didn't have any tank for the lower part of the map, to spot the lower part of the map. Why?
I don't know. They should have a tile in there. I mean, anyone. Or just the Pershing heading over would have been fine.
Yeah, you need to cover all sides, but let's have a look back at what happened to figure this out properly. So here we are. We just seen Niapazoni going down, and now the push from WUSA. You see how late they are into the battle, and they gave enough time to EPS to gather their strength. And we see the 251 in B6 sniping freely towards WUSA right now, and deal considerable amount of damage. And look how you can see a little bit of miscoordination right here from WUSA going with all tanks in and not being concerned at all of what happens around them.
Yeah, Lucas Shiasti got a little bit lucky there, got kind of scot-free. If WUSA had better coordination, I think they would have found both of them, but they were all aiming on one tank. And
yeah, that's what you have to do.
Overmatch. I mean, they could have gone for 2 then. So, not a disastrous result. They clearly picked up 1 attacking round, so they're still winning this match, technically. But still, this is EPS and Prokhorovka, and with that kind of coordination, I'm a little bit scared for WUSA right now.
Oh. Yeah, well, I think WUSA is better on defense, to be honest. And I'm eager to see if they'll step up to their name. They have been a very good defensive team among time, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do better on defense.
Yeah, so as you say, WUSA now going on the defensive, so the northern side of Prokhorovka, EPS switching to the southern side of Prokhorovka. As we've seen before, EPS is a very aggressive team regardless of the side, so have to see how that one works out, of course. Lineup is locked in for EPS. It's, of course, going to be their 4 251s AMX 3090 double Bulldog. That's their attacking lineup. You got a little bit more damage from those Bulldogs, a little more burst potential, and of course the AMX 3090 just for
Yeah,
high roll burst.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you use the 39 for. And I personally think that in the first round of their attack, EPS will try to do that cheesy tactic that you
I agree.
all the time mention. And if that doesn't work out, then they'll probably change something.
They'll change their lineup, but the last time they changed their lineup didn't go too well against them against DTQ, I believe. So, see how this one works out, guys. 3-3 at the moment. As I said, the switcheroo is going to happen from attack to defense, and as you said, WUSA, a better defensive team in general. If you look at their previous results, they've been pretty good defense. They like to pick up those Himmelsdorfs. They've been good on Ruhenberg as well on the defensive side. So, see if they can repeat that kind of performance here on Prokhorovka about 8 seconds until we get into game. And I really wondering how the coordination is going to come in from WUSA. The pressure must be immense.
Yeah, well, WUSA needs to just get their spotters in all good positions to have all the information before they commit to a side. So, going to the game and looking at the lineups, yeah, as you said, 4 RUs, 1 3090 and 2 M41 Bulldogs for EPS. And the 3 RUs, 2 T69 and 2 M41 Bulldogs for WUSA. And everyone is going in the middle right now.
Yeah, they're all going to go in. EPS going for their standard tactic, but the thing is, WUSA's got those double T69s. You can see how much burst potential they have. Thailand falls as Eclipse and Pulsar fall, but Catch Me gets found by Spoink straight away. It's going pretty well for WUSA. Catch Me next on the chopping board. He does go down, never give up, does respond with an entry kill of his own. Near Pizzorni falling for his trouble, but going back and forwards at this point in time, I think WUSA will struggle a little bit now. Those T69s are on reload. And 4 versus 3 situation. It looks like EPS is all-in tactic. It's being outdone. The coordination is absolutely insane from WUSA. Never give up. Does get away with that one. Slightly bananic onto FKK Schnitzel. But 3 versus 2. 2 Bulldogs, though, alive for WUSA.
That was so fast. And I loved Siege there blocking, who was it? Never Give Up. Maybe, yeah, for waiting for the Plunkett and Vetline to come and kill them. And now it's 3 versus 1. Lucas is the only one left.
But he's coming off reload in the MX 3090. He's going to maybe be able to find Siege, who's also off reload. In my opinion, oh, but Lucas goes for the Plunkett. That's a mistake for him. 366 damage. Lucas hasn't got the quickest turret turn on the MX 3090. Even missing that shell. Siege might be able to do 1 versus 1. He just about doesn't do it. And Lucas Yasti does at least pick up 1 tank there, but the Plunkett easily in response with a kill onto him, and it's going to be 4-3 for WUSA after quite a thriller in the middle.
Wow, wow, that was so exciting. So exciting. Such a fast action.
It was like 30 seconds.
Battle, yeah, and WUSA had the advantage with those 2 T69s, but at one point I was actually believing, because EPS went in the flanking maneuver, I was actually believing that EPS will take this. Yeah. Because they had the mobility.
I agree, but the thing is, what actually happened at the end is you could see the tanks, because those T69s, the burst they had, basically EPS's Bulldogs fell like instantly to those T69s. Yeah. And then if you saw at the end, WUSA didn't have very much left, but they still had those 2 Bulldogs because they didn't get bursted down.
Yeah, yeah, and now how important are the Bulldogs in this kind of situations, as we can see. Everyone is underestimating the Bulldogs.
Man, I play the Bulldog and it's just as good as a tier 8.
Yeah,
you just haven't got the extra 200 hit points, so you can't take 1 extra shell. That's the one problem with it.
Too bad it's going to be nerfed.
It's only a 4 second reload nerf. It's still going to be better than T71.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if teams will pick it up.
I'm 100% sure the teams will stay with it.
Yeah, I actually saw Virus Pro talking about this, saying that they're gonna still pick the M41 Bulldog.
I mean, I've tried it. I've tried the T71 on the test server with its buffs. I've tried the Bulldog, and to be honest, the 4 seconds, the 3 seconds, I mean, it's going to make a difference, and surely, you know, a Bulldog's going to die a little bit more, but I think it's still better than all its counterparts, and I think it still warrants picking the 2 Bulldogs as opposed to the extra tier 8 and the tier 6. So
yeah,
obviously depending on the map and the team.
Yeah, well, we're going into the next round. It's 4-3?
4-3 to WUSA right now. They have their second chance to defend. Lineups are staying very much the same. Double T69, triple 251, double Bulldog from WUSA. The difference is that, as you said, Now EPS has lost that first all-in. They've gone for 2 Pershings, 3 251s, 2 251s, an AMX 3090 and T37. So a little bit more versatile setup.
Yeah, and they will change their tactic basically. I don't think we're gonna see them on the middle of the map. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see again the fast action.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it, and I honestly hope that we're gonna see not so much camping from WUSA, and probably more aggression from and more coordination from EPS.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. Obviously, with those Poo Pershings, they're going to be sitting in the middle a little bit more. But the teams are really starting to get underway. We're on match point, technically, for WUSA. If they pick up this defensive round, which they should do, this is Prokhorovka, of course, they will be going to the Season 5 finals to fight for a chance of being the European Wargaming.net League champions. And take the title away, of course, from Schoolboss, who we'll be seeing next up against GG Well Played, which is sure to be a cracker as well. So do stay tuned for that one. So your opinions, what's going to happen? Who's going to win?
Well, WUSA needs to win. This is a fact because they need the 3 points. If they get 2 points, then they might get again in the awkward situation where
TCM could take them.
Yeah. If they get 1 point, that's also bad. So
they're out.
Yeah,
1 point's out.
They need to win. So they have to play very careful this round. Otherwise, they can say goodbye.
The hearts
to
are
the
beating.
Offline finals. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure right now on them. So be sure, guys.
So we've had a little bit of a change up in lineup. As you said, WUSA needs to be very careful, and it's reflected in their choice of tanks. They've picked 2 T32s. An MX 3090, double Bulldog, double 251. Now, you were explaining why the T32 is used on this map previously.
Yeah, they need to be in a hold down position, and they can cover both caps very, very easily. If they go on the second cap, then you can use them next to the railroad. If they go on the first cap, you can use them right next to the hill.
Yeah.
Next to the railroad.
Yeah.
It's a very good position over there where you can decap very easily. You can put your light tanks in the middle of the map on the railroad, the light tanks, and some tanks also in the other side in the 0K line, A line.
Yeah,
A
line.
Yeah. So if you put the tanks there, you can easily defend the first base, and the second base. Yeah, it's pretty easy to defend it as well. If you go with the T32s at 1 point for the middle of the map, there you go.
Yeah, that's the options now for WUSA. I mean, of course, with those 2 T32s, they risk being flanked.
Yeah.
They risk being outmaneuvered. They risk being kind of chased, kind of bullied around the map, kind of dragged out around the map as well. So, EPS could potentially win this. But last time they picked up anything else apart from those 251s, they actually lost. So they got double Pershing AMX 3090, triple 251, T37. So clearly EPS want to be playing around the middle. I'll be very surprised if EPS don't go towards the left side of this map and put those 2 Pershings hull down and try and go for that northern cap.
Well, imagine the duel right now, T32s versus Pershings.
I don't know. I think the Pershing is kind of a T32 killer. I mean, you got better reload. I mean, the damage is not as good. I mean, you're 240 to 300. But the thing is, the Pershing has got 268 penetration, so you're always going to kind of cleanly cut your way through a T32.
Yeah, depends if the Pershings and the T32s are very close to each other, then yeah, the Pershing is a T32 killer.
True.
If not, then you're basically...
Well, and the T32 struggles in... I mean, T32 got particularly good accuracy, Pershing a little bit better, just slower aim down time. So WUSA's just going to be protecting their T32s as they head up towards the E6 area, where they're going to be going hull down. The 251s are up north, and WUSA's making sure that they have that right side cap protected. And I think that's a good idea. I mean, that northern cap is pretty easy just to get rid of because you can actually just rotate around the south.
Yeah, and I don't think that Niepozoni and the Rufy are in the best position right now. If EPS go on the free line, they will have easy shots towards the T32s, and they have either the possibility to go over the railroad or just go on the 5-line hill. That's the position I was talking about.
So the 2 Pershings are in their predicted positions towards the left side of the map. T37 in the middle to try and make sure there's nothing flanking, but the 2251s are heading around on the flank, and well, the overmatch from WUSA is pretty extreme. I think EPS is expect them to be more kind of up north. So how do you think these 2251s are going to do?
I'm thinking that if they manage to kill Vetline very quick, then okay.
Oh, it's bad. Vitalian's heading forwards.
If not, then they'll die very easy.
Oh, perfect.
Siege versus Banana can never give up. Banana connects one shell right now. Siege is in a very good situation, but WUSA, look at WUSA, what WUSA is doing.
And WUSA's actually flanking around, going forwards, trying to do some damage onto the side of those two, trying to make up for those two M40, for that one M41 going down. Vitalian heading off the hill. WUSA trying to overmatch, trying to take down those Pershings as EPS assert their dominance down the south of the map. And it's going to be about how quickly that M41 can actually rotate. It's not a massive deal that they lost the M41, but EPS is doing a really good job of flanking and finding weaknesses in WUSA's lines.
And they still have those T51 in the middle of the map but they are coming very fast because of their good mobility and speed. And looking at the minimap right now, WUSA seems to be flanked from all sides, but the damage is not being dealt by EPS.
Yankees has received quite a lot of damage, and you said those 251 struggling to penetrate onto the side of the T32. Low roll from Lucas Yasti, and Lucas Yasti peeks out, gets spotted, and almost gets taken down as more damage heads the way of Never Give Up, trying to reverse, trying to get out of there, and it's back and forwards between these two teams. But WUSA are fighting for their lives, they're fighting for their season finals, and the damage is severely in their favor, about 1.8k. They just need to hold their nerve. They might want to flank on to catch me, they might want to head across, but FKK Schnitzel only has 3 shells left.
And very good play from WUSA right now, putting the T-32s up front and just sniping with the other tanks from far away. But Siege, I'm sorry, Rufy managed to kill Never Give Up, and this is a lot, you know, a very big advantage now for WUSA.
Yeah, WUSA certainly in the driving seat. I want to see what FKK Schnitzel, star player from WUSA, is going to do. Vitalian onto Lucas Yasti, so that's 2 tier 8 light tanks going down. FKK Schnitzel's got 2 shells left. He's going to connect onto the ridge, doesn't actually find any damage there, and the EPS are hanging on by a thread as Eclipse finds the rage from WUSA a little bit more. And I honestly think FKK should just make this last shell and reload and come in for the final blow as EPS struggle to go forwards. I want to see what the M41 up north is going to do as well.
T-32s are doing their job, and Stefan manages to kill.
Ooh, here comes the Yankees though. I think this is the last play for an EPS. Yankees knows it's all over. The Plunkett makes sure of that. Bananic and Catch Me going forwards. They're trying to do some damage on the T-32s like they have this whole game, but it's just simply not enough, and I'm sure once Nia Pizzorni comes off reload, Eclipse will fall as he does. Vitalian in that M41 gets Bananic easily. Last one remaining is Catch Me in the Pershing, and Stefan gonna go in for the ram. He does it, and with it, WUSA secures their place in the Season 5 finals.
5-3.
We're right, high five.
Yeah, man.
I predicted it first, I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
So, what did you think? I mean, it was very close. EPS did a good move onto Siege, but I think you could see that WUSA just wanted it more.
Yeah, definitely, but in the same time, EPS just lacked coordination. Why did they go on that side? It's a lot of questions without any answers right now. We just have to ask them, but not at the offline finals, unfortunately.
No, EPS definitely not going to the offline finals. They weren't already today, but I believe WUSA will be. That's their final match. We'll be seeing them at the Season 5 finals. More information at a very soon date. So, well, that's that. Third game over. Next game is going to be between GG World Played and School Bus. But before that, Melly, how did that voting round go?
I'm sad.
Why?
Because of Evil Panda Squad.
You like Evil Panda Squad, don't you?
I do. Who doesn't like them?
I do like them as well.
Look, that's why I'm sad. And if you're sad too, tweet us. Use the hashtag WGLEU and tell us how sad you are. Because I hope you really, really are sad. Because those are amazing guys and people. Well, Evil Panda Squad, better luck next time. How's you standing? Sorry, the table. Where and which place are they currently?
WUSA's in 6th with 15 points, but they get the 3 points, so they go up to 18. So they're just sitting below WST Gaming in 5th.
And
in
Evil
4th
Panda
even.
Squad, sorry.
EPS are down in 11th.
Ooh.
In 11th? In 9th with 11 points.
And where are the relegation spots?
What, automatic relegation?
No, like playing against...
7th to 10th.
Okay. Yeah. Bad news.
Mm.
Well, let's see how it goes. We still have a few match days, of course. And the vote ended 63% for Team WUSA. As said, 6 cents working really good over there. And you always get it right. I don't know how you do it. As I said, I said plenty of times that it's probably the swarm intelligence, right? Like a lot of people predicting something and pushing into the right direction without even knowing that they're doing right. And well, congratulations. The winners will be announced soon. Sorry if it takes a bit time these days. Don't worry, the winners aren't lost. They will be announced in the next couple days. Let's say next few days. And because we have a lot of stuff to do besides the offline finals that are happening somewhere around when, Ollie?
Well, the Season 5 finals, it's unannounced. Can't tell you, I'm afraid.
I'll try again. Sorry. So people, as said, it's unannounced, but I think the announcement is coming up very soon, so stay tuned at eu.wgleague.net and of course on our social media platforms, which you should see right here, /WGLU on Facebook, on Twitter, and if you fancy looking back some VODs, then just head over to YouTube and use, again, /WGLEU to reach our channel. Subscribe to get notified as soon as we upload new video content. And of course, follow the Twitch channel. If you want to look back through the statistics of the team, you can just scroll down your Twitch TV website, browser, window, whatever. Scroll down and you'll see all the teams listed and easily roam through all the profiles. You have 5 minutes time because we're heading into a short break, and well, I hope to see you back soon.